But joining us right now from his Nebraska district is Republican Congressman Don Bacon. Congressman, welcome. Do you believe the Ethics Committee made the right choice in releasing the Matt Gaetz report, even though he's no longer a member of the House and is no longer the president-elect's nominee to lead the Justice Department? Was this necessary?
What was brought up in front of the whole House, two Democrat motions were put forward, and most of us thought if he wasn't being nominated now or he wasn't running for another office, that we should follow precedent, even though there were a couple of times that the Congress has done this anyway. But I think the Ethics Committee believes that he's going to be involved in some other nominations or in other senior positions within the White House. He's talking about running for Senate, so they decided to release it anyway. And I defer to the Ethics Committee on that. That was their choice to make.
Okay. Moving on, Republicans have a very ambitious agenda for next year, but the House Republican majority is going to shrink. With Gaetz gone and Elise Stefanik and Mike Waltz taking jobs in the new Trump administration, Republicans will have 217 votes to Democrats' 215. That, by my math, is a 0-vote margin until special elections can be held. After what we saw in the spending fight, will Republicans be able to deliver on these promises next year?
You know, the spending fight, we did the right thing in the end. We got government funded. We were able to put money into the disaster funds. We were able to extend the farm bill, but we sure made it painful to get there. And I do think our House Republicans will be more cohesive than the last Congress, because we have three of the most volatile people will not be in it this Congress. And I won't mention who those names are, but you probably know who they are. But so we're going to be a little better off, but we're only going to have a one-seat majority, and we need to have these special elections as soon as we can to get back to 220 to 215 majority. But what this is going to show you, Chris, is that we're going to have a bipartisan spirit generally in the House and in the Senate. We have a bare majorities in both the House and the Senate, and that's just a fact of life. In the Senate, you have to get 60 votes. We're only going to have a 53-47 seat majority there. So I think we still got to govern from the center to the right and not just from the far right, because the fact is you're not going to get those votes in the House or Senate if you try to govern that way. I heard a couple times this week, we get 100%, the Democrats are going to get 0. It doesn't work that way. James Madison designed a system that forces a consensus building. And so you can't just govern from an extreme position. And even this last week, the Democrats controlled the Senate and the president. So it was unrealistic to think that we could just roll them over.
Okay, there are new reports now that the president-elect is unhappy with Speaker Johnson's performance last week. Does the Speaker have your support, and do you think he'll win another term as Speaker?
He has my support. He's a good man. He works hard. You know, he's trying to get these bills passed with a very small majority. And the fact is, Chris, we have 30 to 40 Republicans who refuse to sign on any continuing resolution or any debt ceiling bill, period. So the Speaker then has to work with Democrats to get 218 votes, and then these 30 or 40 people get mad about it. And I would say to the President Trump to throw this down on the Speaker at the 11th hour and 59th minute that he wanted a debt ceiling raised. This is something that we had to work on for weeks and weeks in advance, and it was just too late to get that done. And it is something that we can get done in reconciliation. And the Speaker has a good plan for how to address the debt ceiling thing. I think the President should take the Speaker's advice on this. He's got the best path forward.
All right. If you were from Wahoo, Nebraska, you would know him already. But if you don't, there he is, Congressman Don Bacon. We thank you.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.